Hello, everyone, and welcome to this live stream to talk about the upcoming Island Finance Forum 2022. My name is James Elsmore. I'm the CEO of Island Innovation, and I'm joined by my colleague, Audrey. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, everyone. Really happy to be here today. I'm Audrey, Director of Operations, and I'm based in Guadeloupe, in the Caribbean.
So we are just going to talk for a few minutes to give you some information about the Island Finance Forum, why you should attend, what you should expect, and the opportunities to be involved. So firstly, if you haven't already registered, the Island Finance Forum is taking place in just under 2 weeks, starting on the 25th of April. And the event is going to be spread out across that week from Monday to Friday, the 25th until the 29th. There'll be sessions taking place across the whole week at all different times to accommodate our global audience of Island Innovation followers from around the world. And so don't worry, we're not expecting you to join all the sessions. Take a look at the agenda, choose the top ones that you think are most interesting, and join those, add them to your calendar. If you haven't already, you can go to islandinnovation.co and you can click the link on the homepage that will take you to the Finance Forum website. I'm just going to show you what you'll find there. Here you'll find the Island Finance Forum website. And if you click here, register, you can scroll straight down, fill out your information and join. It's completely free to register. And if you once you've signed up, you'll have access to all the sessions. So do go ahead and fill that out. I'm just going to play now a quick video that we've made about the event to give some more background. Meeting the 2030 agenda will require unprecedented investments in areas such as health, education, environmental protection, infrastructure, sustainable energy, security, and actions to tackle climate change. The ongoing COVID-19 pandemic has increased financing needs and made them more complex, especially for island territories, which continue to suffer the economic impacts of decreased tourism. In the second edition of the Island Finance Forum, we will explore financial mechanisms to solve critical issues and look forward to a brighter future for islands. We drive change and connect experts across our global network of island stakeholders by bringing them together with finance experts and investors passionate about sustainable development. Join investors, CEOs.
It is a call to action. We can put climate at the center of economic recovery, which needs to be done after the pandemic.
Senior financiers.
Thank you so much, and keep up the passion for all that is good in government.
Government representatives.
As we say in Fiji, Bulavinaka. I'd like to extend my gratitude and the gratitude of island peoples across the world for this landmark event.
And islanders from across the world who are passionate about sustainable development. The Island Finance Forum 2022 will host 6 content tracks. Each track is a learning path with sessions that will help you develop more in-depth knowledge about a specific topic and industry. The tracks are risk and insurance, climate finance, renewable energy, blue economy, blockchain and crypto, and startup ecosystems. The Island Finance Forum is free to attend and accessible worldwide. Visit our website to learn more and save your spot today. Okay, so you've heard a little bit more about the forum, and we just heard about the content tracks. So I know, Audrey, you're going to talk about those, and they were covered a little bit in the video, but maybe you can give us a bit more of an in-depth look at some of those tracks and the main topics covered by the forum.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Thank you, James. So as the video mentioned, there is 6 main tracks. So there is risk and insurance, and we all know that islands are frequently exposed to cyclones, earthquakes, volcanic eruptions. So how do we tackle the topic of insurance and risk financing? And how do you provide safety, protect your assets, the lives and the local population? That's the purpose of this track, is to look at who is, the big names and the organization that that can help you. What are those innovations around risk and insurance, the new models, and it goes from all the region we try to tackle, and this encourage the regional knowledge, especially about the blockchain and the cryptocurrency. What is the link with islands? So we'll talk about finance. So how do we place blockchain and cryptocurrency in that topic? You must know that blockchain has several applications than only provide a digital currency. You can use it to track your carbon expense. You can also track your energy expense through blockchain. You can also have access to capital faster than the banking system, for example. And especially it can be also a response after a cataclysm, cyclones or earthquake. And that's why we wanted to really tackle and dive deeper into blockchain and cryptocurrency. We'll also talk about startup economy system, the startup ecosystem. So who are those innovations? What is happening, and who are those new ideas that is actually needed for islands? How do you know if you are an entrepreneur and you are looking for ideas? That's the track you should follow. What is actually needed for the islands to grow, and especially in a sustainable development. So we'll try also to help you understand the innovations that are coming up. We'll also talk about the blue economy. Who is financing the blue economy? And we'll also have the Wade Foundation to talk about it, and definitely who are those organizations that support ocean health and human well-being during those next years and right now. We'll also talk about climate finance. And that refers to supporting mitigation, adaptation, and address climate change. Why we developed the Finance Forum is we have those amazing ecosystem, right, of policymakers, policy initiative, private companies who has amazing solutions, and NGO also have on the ground people who actually do the work on the ground, but there is always this barrier of, I could say, access to finance, right? And how can we apply? We need some capital. So that's, I guess, the full spirit about the Finance Forum, is to really help on the financial way to make you are attendees and organization to actually implement your action and your solutions.
I think that's a really good point, because this is our second Island Finance Forum, and we started that when we saw this gap between the financiers and the people doing the projects on the ground. And it's exactly why we're here to bring this together with this wide variety of sessions. So I'm just going to quickly show you back to the website where you can find the agenda and the speakers and learn some more. So if you go to this site and click at the top agenda, you'll scroll down here and you'll see the pages organized with day 1, day 2, day 3, 4, and 5, Monday through Friday. Each session has the relevant track. So you can get an idea if you're only interested in renewable energy. You can look at the yellow content tracks, blue economy here, and obviously many of these sessions cover more than one track. And there's a really, really wide variety of sessions. So some of the ones that I'm really looking forward to is this one, building an equitable and inclusive recovery for island communities, looking at post-pandemic, how do island communities respond? Debt in island states, really looking at access to finance and what the future of debt is. And then some of the other sessions on some more cutting edge technology. So like crypto and blockchain, as Audrey just mentioned, what does that mean on an island? We hear about cryptocurrency and blockchain and it can sound like this faraway thing, but actually looking at some really tangible implementation of these new financial technologies to make access to finance and ultimately improve life for people living on island communities. So come here, have a look through the agenda. We'll shortly be adding some buttons here where you can add them directly to your calendar. So there'll be one opportunity for you. And then if I scroll up a little bit, you can see just some of our speakers. So we have a really wide variety of speakers, ranging from prime ministers and presidents of island communities to financial leaders, people from the United Nations, international development banks, but also entrepreneurs and NGO leaders. We really look across the whole spectrum of players to bring those together and share knowledge and information on these types of events. I'll just quickly show you the See All Speakers page, because it's really impressive, I think, not only for our attendees, but also in terms of our speakers. We have pretty much every continent represented, and all these different organizations that you can see here. And having that global angle to be able to look at what might be happening in Fiji and compare that to Puerto Rico and then go to Greenland or the Shetland Islands, I think is a really mind-opening experience. So come here and have a scroll through all the different speakers that we have present. Wow, lots of speakers. I think we have 60 and a few more to be confirmed. So we'll be approaching 100 speakers. All right, I'll go back to Audrey now just to talk a little bit about the sponsors and partners and opportunities to be involved in future events.
Yes, and before I jump into it, there is a session that I look forward. This is the role of Chamber of Commerce, which is, I guess, day 2 or day 1. And, for example, so what is that role, and you are an entrepreneur, and this could be very interesting to look at, different dynamics between the different Chamber of Commerce. I look forward also this session a lot.
And I think in that session, we have the Pacific, the Mediterranean, the Caribbean, I think possibly Africa or Latin America. There's a really wide range. So that's one of our most diverse sessions geographically. Mm-hmm.
Yes, and that's actually great, because this is what shows what is happening in the local economy to help the entrepreneurs. So that even can provide ideas from one another, but also you as an attendee, what will be happening and the opportunities. And in terms of that's why of sponsors and partners, so thank you all of them. So we have this year the Caribbean Smart Accelerator, Invest Puerto Rico, Caribbean Biodiversity Fund, Metacarbon, Buzzmaker, and the Wheat Institute. And those sponsors are here. Well, thank you for their help, because they support us. But also this is an opportunity to showcase the actions. So for example, Invest Puerto Rico is in a wonderful period of actions. They've been going through a lot with the last hurricane, and it's about rebuilding everything. So how do you do that? And that's also with help of other organizations. So when you will listen to them, you'll know what they actually need and what they are implemented to I could say encourage collaboration and be very transparent in the local and underground opportunities that you can have with them. And that's why they're here. That's why we would also wanted to work with them, to have this focus on an island, especially, and especially on the finance point of view. The Caribbean Smart Accelerator Program is a wonderful organization led by Raquel Moses. And they also here to help entrepreneurs to accelerate their solutions towards climate change. So if you are interested in joining an accelerator, you're based in the Caribbean, that's the best organization to reach out to. The Caribbean Biodiversity Fund is a long-term partner, and we've been working on on different format of collaboration. So they're here also to provide their expertise during the forum, but we also are able now to look at how do we expand their reach. As you may know, we have an audience, but how do you, as an organization, expand and create your own ecosystem? And that's what we try to do with the Caribbean Biodiversity Fund, is really developed also post sponsorship, I could say, mindset. Is really to have also us a collaboration in the long term to make sure that their missions and reach are met. Very interesting collaboration this year is with Metacarbon, which is a blockchain company. They design NFT, and through that they fund mangrove restorations. So that's a very a new way of funding, and they here also to provide carbon offsetting certificates. They will help you measure your carbon offset and being able to track it very easily through the blockchain technology. So I invite you to listen to them to understand the link between blockchain and carbon offset. And the Wheat Institute is here also, and thank you for Buzzmaker as well to be there in the blockchain track. And yeah, so I guess, it's I'm very happy to look at this, because I can see people who've been working for quite some time now, and also new ones that are coming into the ecosystem and the network. And as you know, the part of being a sponsor is also to actually, it's almost being a member of the Island Innovation Network, because they can gain contacts, introduction, a bit of insight of what is happening in our network. So that's why we create those collaborations. It's not only like a one-time commitment. It becomes being a part of a family, become a part of the network, where we can find solutions to help the organization to grow. I guess that's why I'm always happy to have them, and they are able to look at that perspective of things, of a long-term relationship when you become a sponsor to an innovations initiatives.
And maybe you could just quickly summarize what, for someone who's maybe interested in sponsoring an event in the future, what kind of organizations would benefit, and what they should do if they're interested in joining, especially thinking forward to September for the Virtual Island Summit, or maybe the Island Finance Forum next year.
Sure. Well, let's take an example of an island office. Here, what you can gain is a global audience. If you are looking for a global audience and international audience, if you're looking for investment, what you can gain is this 90 minutes of showcase. You own your panel, so you can decide the topic of your discussion. What would you like to show? You have all the time you need actually to show it. You can bring on board your partners. The audience is around 4,000 people on our newsletter. So when you become a sponsor,
40,000, just to add.
40,000. Oh my God, 40,000. It's always crazy. Yes, 40,000 of people. And what we try to do, is really to highlight highlight the benefit of those organizations, why they're here, what they would like to achieve. So you're getting out with also feedbacks from the audience. So that's a way also to get insight feedbacks, because we are able to provide the question they ask, what has been discussed on the chat, this in-depth insights of the audience. If you're a private company, for example, and you're looking for visibility in a region, this is how you can also have it. Is the strength of our events. It's it's 40 hours a day. So if you're looking for a special region, what we do is we just schedule at the right time. So the right audience can look at you and you can showcase your solution. You can even bring on board on your panel other experts that are local on the ground. So it's a very good way for the sponsors to get insights from the audience, from an innovation, but also get connected with someone as an expert in the region you are interested in. So there is different part and there's different options. You can have a public visibility. We can also do workshops with you. We can do training. We can do roundtables. There's different aspects of applications that we can do in terms of sponsorships.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. So do get in touch if that's interesting. And of course, we only work with sponsors that resonate with our values, like all of these. So big thank you to the sponsors listed here for their support for Island Innovation and their help to keep the Island Finance Forum as a free event that is accessible to the widest number of people. I'll just mention also some of our strategic media partners. We have a mixture of partners from island organizations and also financial organizations. So IFC Media, Shri Events, the Global Ethical Finance Initiative, FinTech Finance, the FinTech Times, Green Guernsey Finance, the Royal Gazette, and Impact Alpha. All of those media outlets have really helped us to get the word out, invite people, and also provide their expertise in the subject matter. And so with that, we'll sum up. Thank you so much, Audrey, for being here. Thank you, everyone who's joined. I saw some comments coming in on LinkedIn and Facebook. And we'll look forward to seeing you in less than 2 weeks at the opening of the Island Finance Forum. Just visit islandinnovation.co. It's free to register, and it's definitely worth signing up to. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, James.